श्री श्री रुक्मिणी द्वारकाधीश की जय। श्री श्री रुक्मिणी द्वारकानाथ की जय। श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय। श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय। शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। शिल प्रभुपाद बुक ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Haribol, please bless me so that I can speak something from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So today we are doing Canto 3, Chapter 31, Text 32. The name of the chapter, The Movements of the Living Entities. Yadi asadvi pati punaha Shishnodara krito dameha Astito ramate jantus Tamo visati purvavat Yadi asadvi pati punaha Shishnodara krito dame Astito ramate jantus Tamo visati purvavat Yadi asadvi pati punaha Shishnodara krito dayama Astito ramate jantus Tamo visati purvavat. Haraj? Yadi pati punaha Vishnodara grito dyamne Asito ramate jantus Tamo vishati purvavat. Yadi asadvi pati punaha Shishnodara krito dhamaya Krito te jantus pati punaha jantus Vaishnavis. Candles. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. If therefore the living entity again associate with the path of unrighteousness, influenced by sensually minded people engaged in the pursuit of sexual enjoyment and the gratification of the palate, he again goes to the hell as before. Purport. It has been explained that the conditioned soul is put into the Andha Tamisra and Tamisra hellish conditions, and after suffering there, he gets a hellish body like the dogs or hawks. After several such births, he again comes into the form of a human being. How the human being is born is also described by Kapila Deva. The human being develops in the mother's abdomen and suffers there and comes out again. After all this suffering, if he gets another chance in a human body and wastes his valuable time in the association of persons who are concerned with sexual life and palatable dishes, then naturally he again slides down to the same Andha Tamishra and Tamishra health. Generally, people are concerned with the satisfaction of the tongue and the satisfaction of the genitals. That is material life. Material life means eat, drink, be merry and enjoy, with no concern for understanding one's spiritual identity and the process of spiritual advancement. Since materialistic people are concerned with the tongue, belly and genitals, if anyone wants to advance in spiritual life, he must be very careful about associating with such people. To associate with materialistic man is to commit purposeful suicide in the human form of life. It is said, therefore, that an intelligent man should give up such undesirable association and should always mix with saintly persons. When he is association with saintly persons, all his doubts about the spiritual expansion of life are eradicated, and he makes tangible progress on the path of spiritual understanding. It is also sometimes found that people are very much addicted to a particular type of religious faith. Hindus, Muslims and Christians are faithful in their particular type of religion and they go to the church, temple or mosque. But unfortunately, they cannot give up the association of people who are too much addicted to sex life and satisfaction of the palate. Here it is clearly said that one may officially be a very religious man, but he associates with such persons, then he is sure to slide down to the darkest region of hell. So, this is very much Srila Prabhupada explains the material life, what it means. Material life is all about sense enjoyment, all about genital satisfaction, all about tongue satisfaction. So, if it is said that in this material world, if you have a good friend, right? If you have a good friend, your life can be saved. But if you have a bad association or a bad friend, your life can be ruined, right? So, like if we take an example, how to explain this? Like for example, let me tell you a story, in fact. There was a king, he makes friendship with a monkey. And he gets so much attached to the monkey that the monkey comes to him every time. He comes to the windows and he feeds him bananas and some food. So the monkey is very happy being friends with the king, and the king is very happy that the monkey is looking for him and he comes to him. So both are happy. So their friendship has come to a point that one day the king says that, my friend, I have not taken a proper sleep for many days. I have not slept properly. And can you guard me? I don't want anybody to disturb my sleep. let me sleep for some, I need to take a good rest. So the monkeys say, he can't speak, but he will say, yes, I will, meaning guard. So and the king goes to sleep, and the monkey is guarding him with the sword. So the monkeys, for quite some time, nobody comes, nobody disturbs the king as such. But after some time, when the evening comes, then a mosquito enters to the window. And the mosquito is going around and round, and then it makes that buzzy sound, right? Like that, it goes around, and so the monkey is thinking that, oh, the king will get disturbed, he requested me, I'm his friend, I should protect him. I should protect his sleep, not him, but his sleep. So he's chasing after that mosquito with that sword around. And he's not able to, because the sword is big and the mosquito is very tiny, he cannot kill that, right? So he's thinking that if the mosquito sits somewhere, then it's possible that I can, smack it like that and kill it. So, but the mosquito goes and, sits on the nose of the king, right? And already he has a sword. So you know what he can do with that, right? He thinks, oh, this is a good opportunity to kill the mosquito. But he didn't realize the bigger problem. So, was it a good friendship altogether? King making friendship with the monkey? No, right? It was a wrong decision. We don't know what happened later, whether he killed a king or whether he killed a mosquito, we don't know. But it was never a good decision to make friendship with the king. So similarly, we also, like, in Mahabharata, we have heard so much about Karna, right? Karna. So Karna was born before Kunti Devi's marriage. We all know that. So we know about 5 Pandavas, but if Karna was also to join them, it wouldn't be 5 Pandavas, it would be 6 of them, right? But unfortunately, Karna had friendship with Duryodhana. Actually, he was torn apart. So Duryodhana also approached him to get his help in the battlefield, as well as Krishna also approached him to help the Pandavas. So he was torn apart between these 2 decisions. In fact, it is said that Karna was a very kind-hearted person. He was also termed as Danveer, Danveer. In fact, one time, one Brahmana went and told Duryodhana that Karna is more Danveer, more kind than you. Then Duryodhana got jealous of Karna actually. He said, how? Why do you say that? Then he said, during last year, in June month, when it was raining heavily, the Brahmana actually approached Duryodhana for getting some dry wood. He didn't have a dry wood. He was living in a place where he didn't have any dry wood. So he was not able to cook and, he was starving. So he approached Duryodhana. And Duryodhana said, no, I don't have any, Actually, Duryodhana was also doing a lot of charity to gain fame. He was doing, he was distributing clothes and food and all that. But when this Brahmana goes to Duryodhana and asks for some dry wood, he said, I don't have any. He just shoos him off. And then in the same lane when he was walking, he finds Karna. So when he approached Karna, this Brahmana, he explains his situation to Karna, and Karna goes and checks. He also did not have any dry wood to give him for firewood or something. But what he does is, nearby he had a house. The house has beams on top. So he smashes the house, he cuts the beams, and he puts it in the bullock cart, covers it, and it gives to the Brahmana. So he goes to that extent to help somebody, He was such a Danveer, he was such a kind person. He had good qualities, but he chose a wrong friend, right? We all know that, what happened later. So somebody, it is like, if we speak, like if somebody is drowning in the water, right? And he's asking for help, help me, help me, help me. If you know little swimming, you kind of, say, oh, I can help. But can you really help? Do you help, meaning it's just not giving your hand. You should be strong enough to give him the hand, right? You should be able to get into the water, put him on your back and bring him back. And not only that, after bringing him back, you have to do the rescue measures. Push his stomach so that the water comes out, give CPR and all that stuff, like, to save him properly. So are we capable of doing that? Or, you have to judge yourself. Can we do that? If not, otherwise, if you're not strong, there's a possibility that other person can pull you in the water and you can die with him, right? So if you're not strong, if you're not capable of, you should not do it, because you will also end up in the same situation. You will also risk your life. So without giving help, any other way to save a person, drowning person? Can anybody think of any way? Can we help a person without, giving our hand, or without swimming? Can we help somebody without getting into the water? Exactly. We can throw a rope. But now the problem comes, if the person is stronger than you and he pulls the rope, he can pull you also with the rope. Is that possible? Correct? It is possible. So what is another way? Rope is correct, but what can we do? We can, yes, somebody say? Say, sorry? Ah. Oh, really? That works. Yes, yes, but that's also good. You have to call somebody who is strong enough to help, right? That is also intelligence. The rope thing also works if nobody is around. But if you are not strong, you can tie it to a tree. Will that work? If you tie the rope to a tree, the tree cannot be moved, but that person can still get the help, right? So here, the tree represent strong people or strong devotees. When we are not very strong in our Krishna consciousness, you have to take help of the tree-like devotees who will never move with their, with their purity. They have lot of purity. They have, fixed in Krishna consciousness. They cannot move their consciousness other than Krishna. So it is said that in Kali Yuga, Sangha Shakti is very important. You have to come in association of devotees who are very, very strong, like who have done Krishna consciousness or been into Krishna consciousness for so long and practicing it very sincerely. So that can save you. So this drowning example is to tell you that, we are drowning. For example, like, many times, we share the apartment with somebody, right? Many times we do that. If you are living with a person who is into bad habits, like he is drinking, smoking, all bad habits he has, eventually there is a possibility that you will also follow that, right? Strong possibility. In this Kali Yuga, there's a strong possibility that we will also fall prey to those things. We'll start watching movies with him, we'll start hanging out with him, we'll start hanging out with his friends who are, into all these things. So Sangha decides your character, right? It is said that at the age of 13, till at the age of 13, the parents can teach you. After the age of 13, our mind is developed so that we don't accept what our parents says. We just become rebellious. It is just the nature of, that age, that you will start listening to your peers, you start listening to your friends, right? They have a bigger influence in your life. After the age of, it is from 13 to 19 is the age where you get your character. I mean, your personality is developed during that time. So if you choose good friends, you will be a good person. If you choose, bad association, you will follow that in your life. Like in hostel, many people stay together, and if somebody is very studious, then automatically you also develop that character of studying and focusing and all that. But if you're not, then you will get into movies and going out with the girlfriends and enjoying your life, and you're not focused anymore. It is very rare to come across people who lead a very life full of devotion, life full of character, life full of values. It is very rare. And if we get that opportunity, we should not leave that opportunity. Actually, it is they many times people say that, don't go to Hare Krishna temple. If you go to Hare Krishna temple, you will also become like a monk, right? They say that, right? Many times they say that. Parents stop their kids from going to temple because if they start chanting, they say that, oh, he will become like, shaved head and he will become like a monk. Many times they say that. But, uh, Krishna told Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So, did Arjuna become a monk after hearing Bhagavad Gita? Did he become a monk? No, he didn't become a monk, right? And imagine, many times we say that we don't have time, we don't have time. But Krishna told Bhagavad Gita where, on the battlefield where the heads were flying, most dangerous situation, right? Most dangerous situation, Krishna told Bhagavad Gita, recited Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Can there be more dangerous situation than the warfield where the heads were flying? And how can we complain we don't have time? Were they having lot of time there on the battlefield? They were in danger. But still Arjuna made time to hear Bhagavad Gita, right? Arjuna had time to hear the peace message or the song of God. He heard it. He took out time. So we cannot complain that we don't have time. Like many times, actually there was one example I heard Radhesham Prabhu was saying. There was a boy, he knew, he was doing engineering. He moved from his city to a different city to do engineering, and every time he was asking some amount of money from his father. So, and he was living in a 2 BHK apartment. He rented 2 BHK apartment. He was living alone there. And he had a car, so father was providing him some 10,000 rupees or something for the monthly expenses. Long time back, not now, it was long time back. So that time 10,000 was too much money. But then after the second month, he started asking his father for 20,000 rupees, double the amount. Why? Because he has the car, he was roaming around in the city, he was taking girls in different restaurants, he was spending money, he was going for movies. All these things he was doing, and he needed more money for all that thing. So he needed time also, he needed money also. And eventually he was getting into bad habits. So then what happened is, somehow he came in contact with some Hare Krishna devotees who were preaching there. And then from, after 6 months or so, he started being a devotee. And then he told his father, don't send me more money, send me less money. Father was surprised. Why? Suddenly what happened? So he actually came to see his son, what is he doing there? So go to see, he has become a devotee. So he has become a devotee and his expenses have reduced. Because once you become a devotee, you don't spend money in the wrong things, right? You spend money in valuable things, like buying books and giving donations, but you don't spend money unnecessarily. So there are 5 things which happens when you are into Krishna consciousness. One is, we have lot of time, right? When you become a devotee, people say that, if you, sometimes people say if you go to ISKCON or you do something, you will waste your time. Where is the time for studies, or where is the time for doing other things? If you are working, where is the time for other things? But it is not true. Instead of, if you're not being a devotee, you will spend the time outside going for movies, spending time with your friends and doing, getting into bad habits. But if you become a devotee, you will spend your time valuable. So time is saved. Second thing, because of you are having healthy habits, your health is saved, right? Health is wealth, we call it. But if you get into wrong habits, obviously you'll have to see the doctor, and then there will be mental disturbance. Then there will be, lot of, and there is no knowledge about the soul. Absolutely no knowledge about the soul. You are just like a dog and a hog. You live your life like that. But if you become a devotee, all these problems are not there, doesn't exist. You will have time, you will have your money with you, you will not be diseased, you will also be, spend money on hospitals, your mind will be stable, you will get knowledge about the soul. All these things will be there if you are becoming a devotee. So this is the difference between, non-devotee and a devotee. Non-devotee or people who think that no time and they spend this wrong timing. So, but devotees spend their time correctly. So, and we have the opportunity to choose, correct? Srila Prabhupada mentioned that association is very important. So, we have the opportunity to choose. If we choose Karna, he chose a wrong association, right? So he ended up in a very disastrous way. But if we choose a good association, our life is saved. The same thing, many times people used to ask Srila Prabhupada, why did you go to West? Why you want to preach in the Western countries? So Srila Prabhupada would answer them, I came to Western countries to convert crow class into swan class, right? So there were so many hippies, they were all into, everybody knows about crow mentality, right? They are collected near the garbage, they just pull out some dead animal and they try to, eat the dead animal like that. So that is the association of crows, all nasty, dirty things. And we cannot even get, that smell of a trash can is so nasty. But the crows like that, they come there. But the swans, they will never come there. They are in the one of the sarovars, best of the water, cleanest water. They come together at the pure place, right? So Srila Prabhupada said that I came to convert crow class into swan class. And we can see so many examples that Prabhupada has created so many swans in ISKCON. So many of them we can get associated, we can purify our life. Our ISKCON movement is body, mind and soul. Soul movement, we have to work on body, mind and soul. There is also an example like, choosing a good example of how to associate. So there's a story wherein there were 4 Gurukula boys. They were just going in a jungle one day in the forest, and one of them was able to identify the bones of animals and he could arrange them, that he had that power. So immediately he see a tiger skeleton and he arranges them, arranges properly. The other friend says, oh, I know how to give flesh and blood to this skeleton. I can make that flesh and blood. And there is one more friend, there are 4 of them. One friend says, I don't want, he climbs the tree and he sits on the top of the tree. And the third person says, 4 of them, one already climbed the tree, and the third one says, I know how to give life to this animal. So he immediately says some mantra and puts life in the animal. So what happened? The animal comes to life. And then the tiger chases them and kills them. So they were foolish. But the one who climbed the tree, he immediately gave up that association. He knows that, oh, I cannot do this. I'll kill myself. These people are foolish. So, you have that mind, or, you have that, control over your own thinking, control over your own life. So you should not give your control to others. Like many times people say, come, we'll have a nice time, we'll go here, we'll go there. You have to choose where you want to go, with whom you want to go. That choice is there with you. And it is said that there are 8 bad things we should avoid in this life. It is said that if you want to progress in life, there are 8 bad things you want to avoid. Kama, Krodha, Lobham, Swadhyam, Shringar, Kautukeya, Atinidra and Atiseva. Now what is Krodha? Sorry, first one is Kama. What is Kama? Kama also stands for lust. So you should not be lusting after opposite sex. It is very bad. Why? Because in a man, it is the left brain works, and in the woman, the right brain works. So man, eyes, they are saying they are very kind of, their most important sense for them is eyes. They perceive knowledge through eyes, and they get, they get attracted to opposite sex very quickly. But women, they are not like that. Their brain is very creative. They are not interested by the looks of the man, but they are interested by the pockets of the man. They consider man like, if that person can have lot of money, my life will be good. They think like that, but man doesn't think like that. They go by their eyes. They go by their vision. Whatever they see it is beautiful. They want to enjoy it. So you should not go by that vision. We should always have, lust free. You should. Second one is krodha, too angry. Some people are always ready to fight, ready to slap, ready to beat. So we should avoid krodha. These 8 things has to be avoided. Then lobham. Lobham is like little bit of greediness, or kind of not a very positive attitude towards other. Negativity, lot of negativity you will have. Like if you give the example of a student, there will be some students, if you are living in a hostel or if you are living somewhere, they will be like going and checking during the exam time, how much you have studied, how much you have studied. And somebody will say, I have studied this much. Somebody will say, I have completed everything. Somebody will say, I have studied only 20%. So they will go and discourage the other people. Oh, that person has studied so much, you have not studied. Meaning wrong mentality. They are always disturbing others' mentality like that. So we should not have that type of mentality. Next one is swadhyam, like always your tongue wants to eat palatable dishes. So you travel, okay, now you know that the pizza and the pastas are very famous in Italy or some other place. So you go to that place to eat that food. You should not be that crazy behind the food that you travel miles and miles to just to get that palate satisfied. Then kautakeya. Kautakeya means some people have the habit of just standing in one person and observing things. Like, you go on the corner and the vanish and just stand there and just observe and observe and observe and waste your time. That also should not happen. Ati nidra. Ati nidra is also bad. Sleeping and sleeping and sleeping. Some people have the habit of, just, I don't want to do anything. I just want to sleep, spend your time in sleeping. That is also very bad. And ati seva, too much indulgence in like movies, watch movies continuously for 10 hours or 12 hours, then play cricket for 10 hours or play some sports for 12 hours or like that. Very those things has to be avoided. All these 8 things, if you want to progress in life, it is said that you have to avoid these things, and you have to be very focused in whatever you do. Like, if you want to achieve something, you have to be very focused, because in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, Vyavasayitmika buddhi, ekeha kurunandana, focus, no, should not have branches, focus like that. So one should develop a good character, and there are 2 things in life, good character and spirituality. So the 4 regulative principle also says that if you are, no illicit sex, meaning you are clean, no intoxication, meaning that comes into austerity, no gambling, it is truthfulness, and no killing of animal is mercy. So you develop these qualities if you follow this 4 regulative principle, and you can live a life of purity. So Bhagavad Gita is full of how we should lead our life, and most important thing they say in Kali Yuga, it is like take shelter of pure devotees, take shelter of devotees who have surrendered to Krishna, who are leading a life full of Krishna consciousness. That can save us, right? We should not, you should try to control your life, say yes to Krishna and say no to Maya, right? And choose your association, right? Choose your association. The choice is always with us. We can choose. We can choose what we want to become in this life. It is still there in your hands. Do not lose that opportunity and waste your life. Srila Prabhupada keeps saying that in this purport, that choose your association wisely and save yourself from andha, tamishra and tamishra hellish conditions, right? Otherwise we'll have to suffer and suffer and suffer in these hellish conditions. So choose your association. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions?